Okay, so the underlying energy here that we work with is the Three of Swords. Now, I know what you're thinking, y'all. I know what you're thinking. What the fuck? Okay, I understand. Now, don't worry, okay? Because I feel like I'm not really getting such bad vibes from this. I'm just really I feel like the old issues that are coming up in regards to this reading, considering that what's underneath this card as well, is the Nine of Pentacles, which is having to do with your confidence, independence, and your self-abundance, right? I feel like there perhaps isn't a lot of security within yourself right now, and I feel like that is what's bringing up these old issues, is because there is a bit of uncertainty within yourself, and perhaps you're struggling to really gain your independence and your confidence for yourself. Okay, so the energies in regards to that having to do with old issues, there could be some triggers that have come up for y'all, but I think the great thing about the Three of Swords is that it recognizes that there is a issue that needs to be resolved or really recognized right now. So despite having that really nasty looking card in front of y'all, we know that there's something that we can actually work on, and instead of just kind of having it kind of be on the down low. Now, what you guys are dealing with right now in your heart of the matter is the Two of Pentacles. So y'all are dealing with a lot of stuff right now. You guys are juggling stuff. You guys are really trying to make these practical decisions, really kind of work through things. And I feel like you guys are just kind of, keeping things balanced right now. Okay. At the same time, you guys are really not really noticing your emotions. Considering that y'all are water signs, I don't know if y'all should do this, because you guys are very spiritual, very psychic. Your intuition lies within your emotions. So when you ignore them, you're having to deal with more of the physical stuff. And honestly, could possibly blind you and cause you to have possibly even more, I don't want to say erratic mood swings, but just definitely your emotions won't be easily pinpointed. Okay, so at this moment, I feel like you guys are really paying attention to practical stuff. Maybe not paying attention to the emotional due to the Three of Swords being your underlying energy. There's a lot of pain and kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit of self-doubt right now, considering that the Nine of Pentacles is underneath that. But there's something in regards to your confidence, or how you feel about yourself, that's causing you to kind of ignore your emotions and look at the things that you're juggling right now. Okay, but the thing here is that the Three of Swords won't go away until you acknowledge what's actually causing this hiccups. And once you get that, once you understand that, or see it for what it is, then the fixing process can happen. Now, the thing that's crossing it is something I really don't like. You guys got the Five of Swords. This is talking about whether it's worth it or not, okay? So there could be a situation where you guys are actually right now in the process of realizing or trying to figure out whether or not you're distracting yourself with work, or really trying to, juggle things, or figure out things practically without really considering how you feel about it. Really kind of makes it kind of, I don't know, it really puts your that puts your actions in question, because I feel like there's a bit of doubt here that whatever you're meant to juggle, or whatever you're doing, is if you're meant to do it. Because there's a lot of stuff possibly that you're doing right now that you wouldn't normally do under certain circumstances. So that's what the Five of Swords talks about. You wouldn't do certain stuff. You wouldn't do certain stuff under any other circumstances. So is it worth doing so if that's the case, right? So I feel like, I don't want to say that that you guys are trying to distract yourself to pretty much get through something. I don't think so. I honestly don't. But I do feel like that you're questioning the motives, or questioning, or feeling like it doesn't possibly even matter that much to you. Okay? I feel like this juggling, of course, if you're juggling things without addressing your emotions, you're going to have an empty victory, because your emotions aren't attached to it. You're just kind of like ignoring what you feel to get to an end game that was honestly questioning whether it's worth it or not. So that is why it's coming up, okay? Okay, so the past here, we have the Hermit card, alright? So this is talking about really, going into your spiritual state, really connecting with spirit, right? But not only just that, but really searching for why you do things, understanding yourself, and really trying to connect with your emotions, right? Really trying to understand yourself and why you feel a certain way, why you do certain things. It's really the best card to have in the past, even in the past, even because any situation, because it talks about really understanding yourself to the best of your ability. And I think with you doing so, you had the confidence. That was needed to carry out certain tasks that that you even felt more motivated to do because of your understanding. But here's the thing: you move into the present, and you guys have the Ten of Wands. You come into the ending of a cycle that's kind of a bit of a burden for you. Okay, I feel like with the Queen of Wands coming up, either this is a fire sign that's true, that has the energy of someone that is really good at making money, that's very business focused, someone that's money focused, someone that's really practical, but also very grounded and has that potential to be very generous. I feel like that you guys could be interacting with not Capricorn. Could be a Taurus that has like a fire element somewhere, or a Sagittarius, because they can be very generous, or a Leo even. But most importantly, I feel like this is somebody that has, all the aspects of a fire sign and an earth sign combined, like that grounded energy, being able to plan things out, business oriented, practical, being able to see the details while having that, the go-getter mentality, the ruthlessness to go and get what they want. Okay. And what they want is the plans that they had set forth in the future. Okay. Now this burden could be like, now, seeing this is all about, seeing that this seems to be a lot about you guys today, or this, for the next couple of weeks, I think this is really trying to figure out exactly who your partner will be in regards to having that stability, okay? Because the King of Pentacles is there. You're having to deal with so much, but you're not really feeling that grounded energy. So why wouldn't you want somebody to have that, to be more stable for you? You're already feeling very confident because you're able to handle your business, and you have plans set in place. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now. You guys could be trying to manage a relationship, be the stable partner in the relationship, while driving your passions and having that career front for you. But you're wanting to create and build what you've planned out for yourself, but you're not really able to do that, or you're finding it a hard time. The ending of a cycle could just be indicating that there isn't a lot of help in this department for you, or there is, and you just may not see it. Because if you notice the ten of Wands, it has a wheelbarrow right behind him. So he could ask for help if he wants to. But I feel like this is your journey, this is your path, and I think this is the reason why you're not really seeking help per se right now is because you don't want it. Okay, you never needed it in the past. You definitely don't want it now. But I feel like there's possibly even some impatience with it though, because with what you're wanting, the wish that you're trying to get towards, it's causing you to do things or pushing you to do things that is a bit outside of the norm for you, or just kind of going out of your way to really get exactly what you want. You're having that really, I really want this energy here. That's what I'm kind of getting from this. Because the Nine of Cups, I thought it was like trying to figure out, like you're second guessing what exactly that you want or what path you're going to take. You guys could be doing that because you guys are getting impatient with the situation at hand. Like you guys are not really sure. Like the reason why it's taking so fucking long in the first place for y'all, excuse my French, the reason why it's taking so long for you, I don't really know if this is like the reason, but more so that the fact that it's taking so long for you, that you guys are looking for other avenues. And you guys are not really sure if this avenue per se is going to get you what you want. So that's why you guys are looking like you guys are pretty burdened and completing this cycle right now. The great thing here is to know that the Seven of Wands is in your future. So I feel like despite having to carry out the situation, or carry out a situation where you're ending the cycle here, you're kind of doing things on your own, but you've attained that, the goalpost, right? You put all your heart, you're putting your hard work together, and you're really trying to make something out of it. And I feel like, honestly, this is not too bad. I think these old issues are really kind of what pushed you to be this grounded person in the first place, or really trying to, or really gain the confidence that you want. I think the old issues is based off of not having that security or the self-confidence. Okay. So the Three of Swords, really not having that security or the, the balance or the, the independence and the, the abundance that you were wanting. And you were juggling things, ignoring your emotions, etc., because you were really focused on getting to your wish. And right now, you guys could be interacting with an empty victory because you're not even sure that that's the avenue that you want to go towards. Now, you had the past here being that you guys had a lot of confidence. You guys went through in soul search, figured out exactly what you wanted, figured out yourself, pretty much understanding yourself to the core. But right now, you guys are like wrapping things up. And you guys have good business sense, or you're dealing with somebody that has good business sense, or has, or in a relationship now with somebody that can provide you with better business sense, or be more practical for you in your life. You also gain that, the admiration, the popularity, or the recognition from your work, because you are the Queen of Wands now. That's a little bit more of popular energy, so you guys are able to. You guys have that confidence you were looking for that you wanted, because you guys went and strived for that stability, or that that Pentacles-ish future, 10 of Pentacles, right? You guys wanted stability, support, and security, and you guys are getting it, or you're trying to, but it's a burden it's a burden on you, because I don't think it's exactly what you're passionate about. The Queen of Wands, she doesn't do anything that she isn't passionate about. Okay? So when it comes to the 10 of Wands, I don't know if you guys feel like this is I don't know if this is fulfilling you passionately. However, the future there, the 7 of Wands, you have gained a level of confidence that despite you not really reaching exactly what you're looking for, you're noticing now that this, the empty victory, because the 10 of Wands, in a way, is an empty victory all in its own, because it's exhausting. You finished it. I mean, it's one that you feel that you can get out of with pride. All right, like that you can get out of the situation with pride. You're ending the cycle with pride right now. You're trying to figure out whether it's worth it, but you're really also trying to figure out exactly where's your passion? Where can I really, really kind of get into it? Where's the passion? For your love life, I feel like, I don't really know if this is your love life anymore. I feel like this could be work, but I think it could be your love life too. Where's your passion in relationship? You did all the work that was necessary to keep this relationship going. You got to a place now where you wanted your relationship to be, but now the thing that's lacking is passion. But you're ready now. Like, I mean, I feel like you guys are, you did what you need to do. You put the wands, you have the passion just burning in you. You're ready to express that. But you're ending the cycle now. You're ending the hard work that you have put in to get to the spot that you were in. But you're grounded as well. So I feel like that's why the future right now is the 7 of Wands, because you guys have the confidence and the know-how and everything that you need to have within yourself to carry out that, that challenge, right? So right now you guys are just really trying to get to a point where you can actually charge the things that you actually truly have that's passionate. I think you guys noticed along the way that what you were doing wasn't very passionate, and you really wanted to get the passion back because you have that in your heart right now. You're ready to do that. You're ready to have that passion. Okay. And the crowning energy for y'all is the Queen of Pentacles. That's why I was saying y'all have a suit. You guys could be in a relationship right now. You guys could have found somebody that is stable with you. But I feel like this is pretty much talking about, just looking back very fast. In regards to everything that you've been through, I feel like this is talking about hard work. Putting in the work necessary to get to where you want to be. If you worked hard due to figuring out a passion or figuring out what you wanted, then um then there's a little bit more work that you have to do. Now, I think that's why the Seven of Wands is coming up, because the work ain't over. Yeah, the Six of Wands, well, the Six of Wands is before that, before the Seven of Wands comes up. That just shows that you kind of reached a level where your work has been, recognized, so you can celebrate. But now, that, the work isn't over. You still got a lot of work to do. And I still think it's like, for the Seven of Pentacles being there to clarify the Two of Pentacles, I feel like it still needs to kind of have your head down in the grass, like focus on the work and really focus on what your passions are. Because that's what the Five of Swords is about as well. Focusing on what's important, focusing on what matters, and not really kind of dealing with the other commotion and all the other BS that comes up, because that can deter you from exactly what your passions are. So I feel like it's just hard work that needs to be done right now. Just diligent hard work. Because once you put in that hard work and really focus on exactly what you want, then it'll come to you. And as long as you focus on the now as well. Because the Seven of Pentacles doesn't focus on the now. It focuses on the Nine of Cups, the end goal, what their wish is. They're doing everything to get exactly what they want. And the way to do that, the way to manifest that, is to really focus on what you're doing rather than how you're getting there. And I think that's why the Ten of Wands is up, because you're ending a cycle, because you finished something. And I feel like you got a relationship and you got your confidence out of it, but you still have a lot to go. So it just really all always like steers on like what exactly can you do in the now. Because when you plan for the future, you're not planning what your future is going to be. Because that's a part of it, yes. But at the same time, when you plan for the future, you're looking at what you need to do now to get there. Okay, so that's what's up. Seven of Wands, you know what your plan is. You're about to tackle that crap on. So that's future is going to be tight. Okay, now. The wisdom of the Oracle is chop wood. The same thing with the Queen of Pentacles. You just got to keep working. Work, work, work. Focus on exactly how you do your work. What skills need to be refined. What your concentration is. And then in the meantime, of course, like make sure you get some TLC for yourself. Because, hey, when you're working hard, you got to be at, your top shape. You know what I'm saying? If your back hurts, you need to get, a massage or spa, whatever. Okay? Make sure you give yourself some self-love in the meantime as well. Okay, just don't want to slide that in there for my personal advice. Okay, but at the end of the day, though, the focus is work. Okay, keep your head down. Really work on what you want. Okay, because although the end of the cycle is ending, there's something new coming in too, and you're gonna have that confidence to be ready. The Seven of Wands is very defensive, but that doesn't mean that you're defensive in a way like the Nine of Wands, where you're ready to kill somebody. Okay, because you just been through so much. The Seven of Wands is more defensive, that you have something to lean on. You know what you're trying to protect, and you know what you're trying to build as well. So you're ready to put in the work. But end of the day, chopping wood is just to focus on exactly what your goals are and just kind of tunnel vision it, okay? The Two of Pentacles when it comes up as well is pretty much when you tunnel vision it, don't leave your emotions behind you. You guys are water signs. Allow that intuition to be able to give you the information and guidance that you need to really help you refine your skills as well. Because when you ignore that, it can kind of like make things a little trippy for you, And you want a balance of everything. Now, your romance angels. Your romance angels is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay? And that's what I was talking about with the Two of Wands. You guys, that's pretty much why the passion came up even more so. Because you guys are trying to gain that, that end game. Or you're trying to gain your goal that makes you excited. That gives you that passion, right? That really kind of inspires you. And that is great. So if you can really tap into your passion, really focus on exactly what you want, because that can really be that drive that pushes you towards the goals that you want to get. It puts you in that spot where you can be confident, in control of your actions, and also very grounded and secure in the environment that you laid out for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to build abundance right now. You're trying to build abundance. So, but you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it without any sort of emotional attachment to it. You want to have some sort of passion. Okay, you want to have your heart lead you with it, you know, and you want to be excited about it. So I think passion's good. Shoot, in the bedroom, as you have all these pentacles here, this could be talking about too, really getting hands-on about, you know, working on the sexual energy. Now, that's just me throwing that in there because you guys got a lot of wands and pentacles, and this is your love reading. This could be talking about really kind of working on maybe even sexual I guess situations in, you know, in the bedroom. Okay, so for a lot of y'all could be working on that as well. Just they could be trying to get some excitement back in the bedroom as well, considering the romance angels is there, because, you know, whatever.